Hey everyone, I'm LC Gamer, and welcome back to Deathmark. In the last video, we, found some new friends for our new adventure with Hanayomi. And, this is going to be an interesting, trek. Let's see, talk. Lord Ida, Lady Suzu, and Lady Christie. Hanayomi is likely the one that gave all of them their marks. Please visit one of the public phones that rumors say Hanayomi calls. You may obtain a clue regarding the key that will end the grudge. Okay, so I have the park, a rest area, and the location by the mountain, by the highway. Alright, so let's start off with the park. I don't know who my partner is. I see a small park tucked between all of the looming apartment buildings. There's no one here. I guess everyone's already asleep. They said this was the phone booth from the Hanayomi rumors, right? Would a spirit really appear in the middle of the city like this? Rumors say the phone is supposed to ring if you wait by it for a while. Guessing waiting outside doesn't count. Probably not. It only rang after I stepped in it. But the booth is too small for two people. Either I or Christy will have to go in. You aren't thinking I'll do it, are you? Dangerous jobs are best left to men. I guess I'll just have to go in. It's cramped inside and almost impossible to move around at all. I'd be a sitting duck if a spirit attacked me while I'm in here. The clouded glass makes it hard to see the outside. It just makes me more nervous. I wonder how long I have to wait until the phone rings. To pass the time, I glance around at the inside of the booth. There's a poster attached to the window. Young woman kidnapped. A young local woman was kidnapped close to this location. If you were a witness to this crime, please notify the police. MPD. This is dated 5 years ago. Looks like something terrible happened here. The phone begins to ring. I hesitantly reach out and pick it up. The only sound I hear is the dial tone. No one is speaking. What's going on? Suddenly there's a strange noise. Crunching? Smacking? Like the sound of saliva as someone chews. Did you see it? Tucked in the smacking is a woman's voice. The voice is creepy, cold, and chills me down to the bone. Is this Hanayomi? Did you see it? She asks a second time. Rumors mention that I should say, I haven't seen it. Very seriously, I say, I haven't seen it. What do you want to see? It's going exactly as the rumor said. Hanayomi is supposed to tell me the location of whatever you're looking for. Christy told me to ask about the Buddha statues that were stolen from H Shrine. I'll give it a try. Buddha statues? Lord Buddha? Doesn't your arm already have the mark of the Buddha on it? Tell me, you want a new Buddha? Why are you doing that? Tell me. No? Tell me. Tell me, tell me. Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me. Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me. Ow! That was loud. The line goes dead. The one scream is still ringing in my ears. I feel sick. It must be because of my brush with that blood-curdling insanity. Why didn't she answer my question? What was different from when the others asked? The mark on my arm burns dully, like it's reminding me it exists. Maybe this is why she was acting strangely. And she did say something to the effect that Buddha gave me this mark. Was she just too insane to differentiate between Buddha and a monstrous spirit? Or is this mark really the work of divine wrath from the Buddha statues? I wait a while longer, but the phone doesn't ring again. There's no point in staying in here. As soon as I leave the booth, Christy comes up to me. You don't look well. What happened? I tell Christy about my conversation with Hanayomi. What? That's not in the rumors. Christy's brow furrows in confusion. Should we go check out the other phone box for now? Maybe there's a clue there. We can also see if you can ask again. There's no time to get lost in thought. The last phone booth is at the T-Mountain rest area in the other direction. We'll head there after stopping at the mansion. It's probably wise to ask Mary what she knows since it's on the way. New info was added to the spirit file. Okay, sure. Nice. Let's get out of here. I tell Mary what happened at the phone box. You say Hanayomi acted strangely. She called the spirit that cursed you with your mark Buddha. I cannot say I know what she saw, but from what you said, she will likely not respond to your question. That does not mean she does not understand you, however. Use any method available to obtain as much information as you can. Sure. Let's make a save. And now let's head to the rest area. Alright. Here we are. The phone booth stands silently on the edge of the vacant rest area. An endless sea of trees stand behind it. Christy must have run into the forest after she heard the phone ring. You can hear a dog howl from nearby. It almost sounds sad, but I'm probably just imagining it. Christy doesn't seem bothered by it. She's completely focused on the phone box. Must have gotten my mark from Hanayomi back then, but I was completely oblivious. I wasn't exactly in a right state of mind. Well, now that I'm here, I still have no idea why Hanayomi hung up on me. Follow the rumors exactly. Where did I go wrong? I scratch my head. don't adhere to the gossip. Defy it. Suddenly I hear that strange voice again. Gossip? In other words, the rumors. What will happen if I don't follow the rumors? Christy, go back to the car. There's something I want to try, but it might end up backfiring on me. Sure. I don't know what you're going to do, but please be careful. Oh, I almost forgot. I have a message from Ida. Yeah? It's about the latest information on Hanayumi from the BBS. Take a look. Christy hands me a note written by Ida. Don't talk about eyes or things like it when you're on the phone with Hanayumi. If they call goes sideways somehow, don't say I, okay? P.S. Best to avoid anything that even sounds like I. What? Don't say I. This is it. Yeah, that's all. Anyway, Ida said he was sure it would come in handy. I'll keep it in mind. Christy returns to the car. I step inside and wait for the phone to ring. There's a poster in this booth too, just like the one at the park. This looks like it's been here for a few years. Help our investigation. On the night of this 2/8/1990 something, an assault took place in the forest nearby. If anyone has any info on this case, please notify H Police Department. February 8th, 5 years ago. I think the poster I saw in the park had the exact same date. Coincidence? The phone rings. I grab the receiver and slowly pick it up. Oh! I hear a noise like someone chewing gum from the other end of the phone. An icy cold voice speaks. Did you see it? I saw it? You saw it. You saw, didn't you? You saw that thing of me. The voice cuts off. Something outside collides violently with the glass of the booth, but I can't see it. Live or die. Tell me, how did you see it? With your own eyes or eyeglasses? A telescope. I'm getting shivers right now. My own eyes, eyeglasses, or telescope? Let's go with the telescope. Safe. Sounds like something's searching around outside the phone box. You saw it. You said you saw it. What color? Beautiful color? Red, pink, green? Pink, maybe? Because I can't say I think it was red. Most likely green? I have no idea. But it said I'm safe, so... You saw it. What kind of person are you? What's important to you? What your dreams, romance, love, which do you choose? Definitely my dreams, romance is great, I believe in love, can't go with that last one, because it has the word I in it. survived. The phone goes dead. The next I know, the bloody handprint is gone, and so is the ominous presence. The questions she asked me were strange. She was practically anxious about what I had seen. I think I did a good job not mentioning anything like eyes in my answers. Overly conscious over being seen. Maybe that's where her secret lies. I exit the booth and Christy rushes up to me. My mark started hurting out of nowhere. Did it go all right? I tell Christy about what happened in the telephone booth. I have no idea what that means. Guess there's no way she'd know the answer. Something on the ground there. Sure enough, there's a folded up piece of paper lying near the booth. Looks like a piece of stationery. I don't think it was there before I went into the phone box. Pick up the paper and open it. To Saeko. I'll dispel all of your heartache, so forget that horrible incident, and take your quiet rest up in heaven. An incident? The posters I saw in the telephone booth mentioned something like that too. Could they be connected? Ask Christy what they think. Christy looks deep in thought. What is it? Oh, nothing. Well, we've checked out all the boxes, so let's head back to the mansion. Well, we still haven't checked the last box, but that's a completely different matter. Something still bugs me, though. Yeah? We should probably head back for now. New info was added to the spirit file. The third phone box. Well, let's take a look at the, Yomi. Third phone box. The first phone box. 3 phone boxes in H City let you speak with a ghost. One seems to be the one Ita and Suzu used. It shouldn't take long to reach the other 2. There's no information here about the poster. The second one should give us some information about the poster. And this one as well, but it doesn't look like it. Okay, so back to the mansion. Hey, Mr. Yashiki? You know those posters in that bit stationery we found? Could they be linked to Hanayomi? She might have been someone who was caught up in the incident and killed. If that's the case, then... Christy turns toward the shelves with files. Files full of articles on criminal cases. The dates were 5 years ago, right? Then there might be an article on what happened here in these files. We could use more help. Maybe Ida and Suzu can give us a hand. Go ahead and call them over. All 4 of us begin reading through the files. The clippings range from the smallest dispute to the most heinous crime in H City. They're all dated 5 years ago or earlier. Did they get stored in the garage because they're so old? After a while, I found it. The victim's name is Sayako. The date is February. 5 years ago. Could be it. Christy lays the file out on the desk and we all peer at it. The file has articles about an incident that happened 5 years ago. The victim's name was Sayako Hasagawa. I didn't know if I'm getting that right or not, but I do apologize if I'm not. Apparently she committed suicide in the forest by H Castle on the eve of her wedding. Wow. She was in her dress when she was found. Suzu, you probably shouldn't read anymore. It's pretty bad. Thanks, Ida. But I want to know more about Hanayomi. I feel like I need to do this. She's cringing, but she sounds determined. Between this and sneaking out at night, she's a surprisingly brave kid. It's rather odd for someone her age. I remember now. This happened back when I used to be a news anchor. Christine mutters just loud enough to hear. Then do you know the whole story? It was horrible. It's hard to recount. A woman who was abducted by a gang while she was walking her dog. They brought her to the forest and assaulted her. People found her battered and staggering along the road the next day. The dog was run over and killed near the forest when it chased after them. It's horrifying. Yeah, but that wasn't the end of Saiko Hasegawa's misfortune. Ita somberly cuts in. His usual grin is nowhere to be found. It's well known in some circles, but her assault was photographed. The pictures were sent to her fiancé. They threatened to make them public if he didn't pay up. I heard he gave them a ton of money to get the photos and the negatives. Is that true, Christy? Yeah, I heard that as well. Because of all that, Miss Saiko had a mental breakdown. And in the end, she hung herself. She'd been a serious, honest woman, so she just couldn't bear it. The cruel fate of a woman attacked before her wedding. We fall silent as that reality weighs on us. Suzu timidly speaks up, her face pale. Maybe there's a connection between what happened to Miss Hasegawa and Hanayomi's phone boxes. According to the article, the incident that wrecked her life took place near each phone box. She was abducted by the park and assaulted by the rest area. She was found wandering near the parking lot by H Highway. The phone booths connect Hanayomi and Saiko Hasegawa. The coincidence sends a shiver down my spine. So that note we found by the telephone booth, did Saiko's fiancé write it? Most likely. What's strange is it was there, not where she committed suicide. Did Hanayomi put it there? Maybe she was telling us something. I have no clue how spirits think, but if Suzu's right, then that note is an important clue for us. I seem to recall Miss Saiko's fiancé was a famous musician. As a result, the case was widely publicized at the time. It happened right after they returned from a romantic trip to Greece. Old ladies were sobbing about how it made it all the more tragic. And the poor dog they brought on the trip died heroically as well. Where's the fiancé now? Well, he began acting strange due to the shock and then went missing. Some say her suicide was to follow him. But he wasn't the only one who disappeared. It sounds like all of the culprits went missing too. You hear about that online too? Well, something like that. The internet wasn't the same back then. There were only hubs. Hubs? Like pre-internet chat rooms? Everyone was talking about it on the occult hubs back then. There was one person in the community who knew way too much. I think he was one of the culprits. He brought up a bunch of things, like taking pictures and all that. I bet those were pictures of the assault. Yeah, that's right. After they were finished, those assholes got a camera out and took pictures of her face, soaked with tears. The whole time she yelled, "Don't look! Don't look! Don't look, huh?" Hanayomi has an extreme reaction to being seen by others. He kept going on about it, night after night, until he suddenly stopped posting. People who knew him said they couldn't contact him at all. Those guys deserve to die, but it's still really creepy, you know? Suddenly, a line from the note pops in my head. How to spell all your heartache. Hey, Christy? Do you happen to know exactly where in the forest she kills herself? I was a reporter at the time, so I did go to the location. But that was 5 years ago, so I don't remember exactly. I feel like I went west from the big arch at the entrance. So, you're really going to go? Yeah, we might be able to figure out something about Hanayomi. Fine, I understand. I've had my fill of that forest, but I suppose we have no other leads. New information was added to the spirit file. Okay. To the forest. Road trip conversations. Yay! This is more awkward than I thought. Being out alone with someone who, until recently, was planning to kill herself. Do you have something you want to say? She noticed right away. What? Was I being that obvious? No, not really. It's fine, you don't have to hide it. You're wondering if I still want to kill myself, aren't you? Is this woman's intuition? No, maybe I'm just crap at hiding things. Don't worry, I don't anymore. People hate it when things are forced on them, right? Doesn't matter what it is. I can trust you, right? Yes. At least for now. I was hoping she keeps feeling the same at least while we're together. Just then, the tires hit a bump in the road. I can see a square gray object in the back seat through the rearview mirror. Is that thing back there yours? No, that's Ida's CD radio cassette player. CD radio cassette. A combo player? Huh. Huh? Why something like that? He said we might need music during the drive, then went and put it in here himself. But we don't have any CDs or tapes. Should we turn on the radio? No, I'll pass. The conversation grinds to a halt after that. It's like there's an invisible person between us. After falling silent a while, Christy finally speaks up again. It only makes sense for the conversation to turn one direction. It's rather worrisome, don't you think? After all this time, they don't know. Who doesn't know what? Those two. They think that spirit just helps you find things. What a knave. Fairy tale. Yeah? Christy is exactly right. You quickly become disillusioned once you actually face a spirit. But thinking about it, wouldn't that be best? Christy looks at me in shock. Wait, what are you saying? I just mean, our lives are on the line here. Would you stop joking around? Sorry. She's furious at me. but it looks like she was telling the truth about not wanting to die. She's got too much pride. Someone like that would never commit suicide. What's so funny? Nothing. We make it back again. I stare at the headlights and can contemplate where we're going. That sigh was pretty deep. Can't believe we're here again. At least I can feel better knowing he's not around anymore. I must remind her about Hanayomi, but I stop myself from opening my mouth. I don't want to break her continuous calm. Okay. It's supposed to be west of the gate. I look to the west of the gate. There's no sign of a trail. Strange. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. When I came here researching an article, there was a path to the west. Suddenly, Christie's face stiffens. What's wrong? I feel cold all of a sudden. I follow her gaze and see a low shadow dashing out from the darkness. A dog? Certainly seems like one, but kicks up the dirt with 4 legs. It looks off somehow. Its fur is long and disheveled, and from certain angles, its face looks human. I actually can't see its face at the moment. Unless I'm just not looking at it right. The dog stares at us, growling softly. What is it? Are you trying to tell us something? You're being too gentle with it. You need to sound firm when you talk to a dog, like its master. Weaker dogs like to bark, right? So ignore it and stay quiet. So ignore it and stay quiet, huh? I guess that's true for humans, too. Powerful people tend to ignore others. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. The dog barks loudly and vanishes into the western underbrush. The moment it's gone, the chill in the air dissipates like it was never there. Is it trying to guide us? Maybe. I shine the flashlight on the spot where the dog disappeared. A now familiar pain shoots through my wrist. The mark's color grows more vivid. A few hours left until death closes in. There's probably not much time left. We better hurry. Let's check the bushes over there. New info was added to the spirit file. Investigating the forest again. Nope. I'm gonna look over here. See? Nope. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Just checking, make sure that there's nothing in any of the other locations. With the dog gone, I push my way into the underbrush. I spot the traces of what used to be a path. You could barely call it one at this point. This might be the closed hiking trail. The path goes west from the gate. That's right. I remember now. This is the path I took before. That dog, was it trying to show this to us? Who knows? Anyway, let's get going. Okay, let's take a look around, see if there's anything we can find. Nothing. Okay, let's move forward. Anything over here? Nope. Okay, all good. Going left. Anything? There's something there. Anything from the tree? Yeah, there's something there too. But let's see what this is. Something in the grass. Feel around in the blades of grass. Got an instant camera. I've hit this switch before, I realized, and a red light appears. Apparently that means that the flash can be used. I still have battery left. Not that we're going to take any pictures with it. You're right. I turn it off and quickly stuff it in my bag. I decide it's wise to not mention the dried bloods that stuck to the bottom of it. To see is to perceive light. That distant voice echoes in my head. True, seeing something means you're seeing the light that's reflecting. But what does that have to do with Hanayomi? Huh. Wait, the tree's covered in photos. I shine the light on the grove of trees in front of us and catch a glimpse of something odd. Huh? What is that? Something's posted here. Can't make it out from here. Move forward for a closer look. What is this? All thoughts in my mind cease. It's as if I'm unable to process what I'm seeing. My brain comes to a halt. Are these photos? There are a bunch of pictures of different people posted on the tree. Yet they're all these photos have nails in their eyes. It's just as Christy said. For some bizarre reason, each photo has a person with nails driven through both eyes. Attached to the nails is some kind of tape. Cold sweat drips down my back. What kind of grudge would cause someone to do something like this? Hey, all these people in these pictures, are they all men? Christy's mutters are just loud enough to be heard. Huh? I look over the photos again. A good number of them are deteriorated, so they're hard to make out, but they may be right. Yeah, looks like it. All these subjects are men. That's clearly not a coincidence. I feel a little dizzy and step back. To my blurred vision, something flashes in the light from the flashlight. What's wrong? Nothing, it's just over there. Something's sparkling up there. Something might be there. We should check it out. Something up in the branches of the tree is reflecting the light. Something must be stuck in the branches. The only way we'll be able to check it out is to climb up the trunk. Are you thinking about climbing the tree? There aren't any cavities, knots, or branches within reach. It'd be hard to climb up it. So, boost my partner up? This is just between us, but she whispers her in my ear. Okay, that's off the table. So, I can't climb the tree. She won't climb the tree. I give up and head back. Okay, let's turn around. Head back to the car. I need a lighter person to help me with this. Okay, so I can't get him to help me because he's too large. He won't let me stand on his shoulders, probably. So let's get Suzu to help me. To the forest! Let's go left. Forward. To that freaky tree. Okay. Blah blah blah. Boost. That's all then. Okay, I'll try. Let's go at the base of the tree and lift her. Let her climb up on me. Up you go. I stagger a bit, but manage to stand. I feel like I'm one of the trees now. Can you reach? Just a little to the right. I'm almost there. Suzu reaches as far as she can, while with her hand as I lose my balance. We both crash to the ground. Are you okay? I'm fine. I'm here. Suzu shows me her hands. It's holding the object that was stuck in the branches. Got dog collar. Collar. Makes me think of that dog we saw before coming here. Does this belong to that dog? I wonder if he threw it away. Who knows? As I'm putting it away in my bag, I spot an inscription on the inside of the collar. How do you read that? How are you supposed to pronounce that? New info was added to the spirit file. Okay, let's get you back to the, mansion. It's safer there. Partner, switch out. I'm gonna talk to Mary for a second. Tell Mary about Saiko Hasegawa. A sad woman. Her grudge against the world turned her into Hanayomi. This is indeed the case. You may find a clue in the forest where she committed suicide. Yeah, I have a feeling I will. Alright, back to the forest. Okay, moving forward. I hear a low growl from somewhere. Can't see what's making it, but it seems to be watching me. Oh, we did see that dog at the gate. Not sure why, but I feel an intense hostility directed toward me. What do we do? Something's coming. The instant Christy speaks, the growling grows distinctly quieter. I remember the photos. All of them were men with nails in their eyes. I don't know what that has to do with the dog, but if those pictures demonstrate the hatred that saturates this place. I'm sorry, I almost sneezed just then. If I'm with Christy, it might react differently. Consider my options. Show the collar. I've got an idea. Take the collar out of my bag. Maybe it's a safe bet that the spirit was born here, so the dog is likely tied to this collar. I face the general area the barking is coming from and show it the collar. The dog appears like a gust of wind. Whoa! Before I can blink, it steals the collar from me. Live or die. Oh boy! When I try to quickly jump away, I hear Christy call out to me. No, Yoshiki. Just ignore. I don't catch the rest of it. Dog rushes at me so fast it looks like it's gliding over the ground. Okay, so ignore it. Stand still. The dog stops in its tracks. Seems confused that I'm not reacting and just standing still. It shuffles back on its guard and prepares to attack again. It bares its teeth and growls. Turn my back on it. I break my gaze and turn my back to it. I pretend to not hear it threatening me. It growls for a while until it abruptly stops. The dog holds the collar in its mouth and stares at me. The collar has an inscription on it, doesn't it? Sure it said... I can't read that. It's Inta. What should I call it? Sinta, Linta, let's go with Ginta. Ginta. Another the name. Dog perks its ears. Say it again, this time more clearly. Then... The dog turns around and quietly slinks into the brush. It disappears from sight. Seems I somehow managed to escape death. Oh boy. Pick up the collar that was left behind and sigh deeply. Are you alright? Yeah, that was can't even say it was no big deal. My words simply trail off. That's all I can answer with. Pat myself down with my hands, but I don't seem to be injured anywhere. I did feel teeth biting into my hand when the collar was snatched from me. That dog may be supernatural, but it doesn't attack again. I like to think it won't. It found what it was looking for. Seems so we'll be fine, right? You're right. Alright, let's go forward. A sound like a rope creaks above my head. Silhouettes swinging in the shadow of the trees. My whole body shudders with dread. No, it can't be. Corpses? Chrissy gives a terrified yelp. Speechless, I shine my flashlight on them. They clearly aren't people. They're mannequins. The things hanging by their neck from the trees are display mannequins you can find in any department store. Obviously, dolls can't commit suicide. Is this someone's idea of a prank, or maybe a warning to intruders? The only one who knows the truth would be whoever did this. Let's go. I don't think they're dangerous. They're only mannequins. Right. Yes, I know. Christy replies uneasily. But before either of us take a step forward, I feel a shaky hand gripping onto me. Okay, let's look around. You have something on you. Grabbing onto it to stop it from swaying, I open the hand and take what's inside. A worn-out talisman. I pick it up. Pick up the worn-out talisman, I feel warmth flow through me. Cool. More soul power. The worn-out talisman crumbles silently in my hand. Nothing over there. I have something. The doll swings uneasily from the ropes, even though there is no breeze. male dolls hanging from a tree. I wonder what the person who did this was thinking. Okay, a little bit farther forward. There it is again. It's that dog from before. It starts digging in the dirt right in front of us. After a few moments, it disappears like mist. It was moving oddly. I wonder if something is buried over there. Let's take a look. Alright, I think I'm going to leave the video here for now, and we'll see what the dog was digging at in the next video. So until then, see you guys.